Welcome to this episode of AdaptTips from Adaptall, the international adapter and fitting experts. In this episode, we will show you how to identify British and metric threaded fittings. First, let's go over some basic education. British and metric fittings are amongst the most popular of all foreign threaded fittings in the world today. These threads come in two general versions, parallel and tapered. Although BSP is a foreign thread, it isn't actually metric. This is why it comes in imperial or inch sizes, such as 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch, and 1/2 inch, while metric threads are displayed in millimeters, such as 12 millimeter, 14 millimeter, 22 millimeter, and so on. In swivel applications, BSPP and metric fittings commonly seal via an inverted cone seat or chamfer. If it is a port application, an O-ring and washer, elastomeric seal, bonded washer, or other type of seal is required. For tapered threads, a seal is accomplished via thread wedging with additional support from thread dope or tape. It is possible for a male tapered fitting to thread into a parallel female. However, the threads must be the same and the fitting must be solid, as swivel nose cones will interfere and not mate. One important difference in British and metric threads is how the distance between thread crests are measured. British threads are measured by the number of threads over an inch, also known as TPI, while metric threads are measured by the actual distance between thread crests in millimeters. Now that we understand a bit more about British and metric fittings, let's get started. Number 1. Confirm if the thread is parallel or tapered. If the thread surface planes continue forever without intersecting, the thread is parallel. If the thread planes do intersect, then the thread is tapered. Determine the threads per inch count or thread pitch. For British threads, this can be done using calipers and counting the number of threads that exist over 1 inch. For metric threads, determine the distance in millimeter between thread crests. However, in either case, a thread gauge is recommended for accurate identification. Determine the thread OD for male threads or ID for female threads using calipers. If the fitting is tapered, be sure to take the OD reading at the third row of threads. Now that you have measured threads per inch and/or thread pitch, as well as the thread ID and/or OD, refer to thread specification charts to find your closest match. If a seal or angled sealing surface exists on the part you are trying to identify, use it to narrow down the possibilities. Many different fitting types share identical thread specifications, with the only difference being seal or sealing surface. To simplify the entire process, try out Adaptall's line of TGKs or thread gauge kits. Available for not only British and metric threads, but also JIC, O-ring Boss, NPT, and O-ring face seal, these gauges walk you through the required steps and provide a simple, accurate, and convenient approach to hydraulic thread identification.